throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense working from the pistol. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They move the tight end all over. Looking for space. It's Cobb. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, will have to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Right back to the well. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
After run, now throw. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Fires to the tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position. Not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They've got the screen set up. Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator strips his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South Oldest Rattle. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. When Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Delp. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's back. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He chucks one out to the right. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity. Early in this football game, guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent defense A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to him. He'll pull it down and run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Georgia going up tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pulls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got his man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The back goes in motion. Going up top on 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Complete to the back. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Finds the tight end. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw. It's Thorne. Got a man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On second down, looking to throw. Close to the marker, it's Smith. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Thorne. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. A 3rd and long coming up here. Let's go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab well past the sticks. At the 20, he's got space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. Direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Vanderbilt. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coming out with it, it's Evans. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. All kinds of running room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
To the air, it's Thorne. He'll pull it down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lambert Smith. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. The short hands, it's Hunter. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. Dances away to buy time. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Steps away. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Thorne. It's complete to the right. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down.
And simple play, simple game. Get that 1st down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Looking for space, it's Hunter. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wide receiver shows motion. The jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge and just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. These corners going to give these receivers some space. He wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on the guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Trying to get to it. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. Got room at the 35. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Etienne.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Off the play fake. He's got it on the run. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Defense in press coverage. Trying to get in the end zone again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Trying play action. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Lining up to add another. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Second down coming up.
On the set.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On the run, it's Hunter. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Snap it to the back. Gets it past the marker. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Touchdown, Auburn! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. That kind of speed behind center is a weapon that almost any defense will have trouble stopping.
No doubt about it, Reese. They need this guy to carry the ball at least 15 times a game because of that speed you just talked about. You just saw what this guy can do out in the open field. There's not a lot of running backs out there that have speed like he does. Man, what a weapon.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up by 24 over Vanderbilt. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got a man, it's Bell. Nice move, creates some space. Got a lot of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and...
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. They get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in two-hand touch?
No. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Wants to throw on second down. Got it in the middle. It's dealt. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. That's caught. It's dealt. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Handoff to the single running back. At the 35, he's got room. Off he goes. Inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Give him 114 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man. Everybody on an island. Everybody won. They get the incompletion now, setting up 4th.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Evans. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Let's it fly. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. That's caught. It's Etienne. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
The bad news, he didn't get the 1st down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have 1 timeout. So there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll try the run. The Bulldogs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the 1st.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Right down the middle. It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's been throwing both.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
We've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff,